Once upon a time, there was a vast and splendid empire known as the Sultanate of Eloria. The palace was built of marble, and its walls were inlaid with gold. Exotic fragrances wafted through the gardens. The subjects were prosperous, and the royal treasuries were overflowing. Yet, despite all this magnificence, a sorrow lingered in the king's heart, the lack of an heir. Day and night, he and the queen prayed to God, saying, "O Lord, grant us an heir who will keep our name alive." Years passed with ceaseless prayers, but no answer came. Time moved on, silver threads appeared in their hair, but the lamp of hope never dimmed. One day, a sweet aroma filled the palace air. A glow appeared on the queen's face. The royal physician announced to the king, "Your Majesty, the queen is expecting." Hearing this, the king's joy knew no bounds. Sweets were distributed throughout the palace. The city streets were illuminated with lights. The king decreed, "Every prisoner shall be released. Every orphan shall be given new clothes." The queen was given special care. The king himself visited her chambers daily to inquire about her well-being, presenting flowers or arranging for the recitation of the Holy Quran. Months passed. Finally, the moment everyone had been waiting for arrived. The entire palace was absorbed in prayer. In the evening, as the last rays of the sun shone through the clouds, the queen gave birth to twin girls. One was named Ilara and the other Serafina. They looked identical, as if one soul was breathing in two bodies. The king offered prayers of thanks, kissed the queen's forehead, and said, "Today, my sultanate is complete." A grand celebration was held throughout the city. The palace gardens were decorated with colorful lights. Poets, dancers, and singers were invited. The gathering was at its peak. People were laughing and eating, a sea of happiness had surged forth. But no one knew what fate had written behind the curtain of destiny. On that very night of celebration, as everyone was busy with the feast, a veiled woman quietly mingled with the guests. Her eyes held a glow, but that glow was the fire of hatred. She secretly entered the queen's chamber, where the two princesses were resting in golden cradles. Suddenly, she picked up one cradle. She took Princess Serafina into her arms and vanished into the darkness. When dawn broke and the queen came to see her children, there was only one baby in the cradle. "Ilara! My baby!" The queen's scream echoed through the palace. "Serafina! Where is Serafina?" The entire palace shook. Soldiers rushed out. Every room was searched, every street was checked, but the princess was nowhere to be found. The queen wept day and night. The king fell silent. The palace lost its vibrancy. Time passed. Ilara began to grow up. She was exceedingly beautiful, kind, and wise. Yet, a shadow of melancholy always lingered on her face. The queen and king took special care of her, and 3 guards were always by her side. Ilara often heard about her twin sister, Serafina. She would often tell her mother, "Serafina is near. I can feel her." The queen would wipe her tears, "May God make it so, my child." One day, a strange woman came to the palace gates. Her attire was old, but there was an unusual certainty in her eyes. She insisted on meeting the king. The king granted her permission. She said, "Your Majesty, I have seen your lost princess." The king was startled. "Where?" The woman replied, "In a forest, in a hut. A girl lives there who sews clothes for the poor, but her face is exactly like Princess Ilara's." The king immediately ordered the army. A convoy was prepared. Everyone set off towards the forest. After a long journey, they reached a small hut. A girl was sitting outside the door. She was sewing clothes with hands stained with mud. The king looked at her, and his eyes filled with tears. She was a living image of Ilara. The king stepped forward and spoke in a gentle voice. The girl started. "Who are you?" "My name is Serafina. But I have no father. I am an orphan, and this is my home." The king said, "No, my daughter, you are mine. Someone stole you when you were born. Your sister, Ilara, misses you every day." Serafina stepped back. "Don't lie. My mother is the old woman who raised me." Just then, the same woman who had informed the king emerged from inside. The king signaled his soldiers to stop the woman. "Tell me, who are you?" Anger blazed in the woman's eyes. "I am the one you once promised to marry, but instead, you married that queen. I swore I would not let you be happy." The king said, "So you are the wretched one who separated my child from me." The woman laughed. "I am. I stole your happiness." The king said furiously, "You have done the work of the devil as a mother." The guards arrested the woman. The king said to Serafina, "Just meet your sister once, my child. I will not force you to come to the palace. If your heart doesn't agree, you can return." Serafina remained silent. Then, something shifted in her heart, and she followed the king. Upon reaching the palace, when Ilara saw her, she ran and embraced her. "Serafina, I knew you were alive. I felt you." Tears began to flow from Serafina's eyes. "You really are my sister." Ilara said, "Yes, I am Ilara, your twin." The queen stepped forward and hugged both of them to her chest. After many years, light returned to the palace. Evil was defeated, and love triumphed. From that day on, Serafina never looked back towards the forest. The two sisters lived together. They wore the same clothes and smiled the same way. Peace returned to the faces of the king and queen after years. The palace gardens bloomed again. And so it was written in history, love and prayer are never in vain.